Okay, it's the tax lien lady, and this is investing. What is it? It is tax lien investing tips. I almost said this is investing for success because on Saturdays I do an investing for success Saturday audio every Saturday for my list. So if you're not on my list, because my newsletter comes out tomorrow and you want to get it, go to taxlienlady.com or taxlieninvestingtips.com and sign up for my free report. You'll see it on the website when you go there. On the right side, you'll see my book and a free report that you could sign up for right there. Just get the free report if you're not on my list, and that will get you on my list. I do send out a lot of messages, and you can always just ignore them if you don't want to read them, or you can unsubscribe. But I don't recommend that because even though I send a lot of emails, some things are going to be pertinent for you. Some things are going to be interesting for you. So just ignore the ones that you don't want. Okay. So today we are talking about September tax sales. All right. So when you come on, just say hello and let me know what state you're in. Let me know whether you're investing in tax liens or tax deeds. And what I'm going to do today is tell you what tax sales are coming up. Now, I will also have this information in my my newsletter, which will be going out tomorrow. So I'm gonna take this directly from what I'm writing in my newsletter because I went to find out which tax sales are coming up this month, and this information that I get for you is from a program that I use and my clients use to find out what tax sales are coming up every month, right? Okay. So what is going on with tax sales this month? I will tell you, there are a lot of tax deed sales coming up. So we'll go over that in a minute. Tax lien sales, and let me get my marker here. And okay, so tax lien sales, tax liens. We have New Jersey, and Indiana. What else is coming up? Wyoming. And Kentucky. And I'm not sure. I think it's KN, Kentucky. I'm not sure about the abbreviation for Kentucky, guys. Oh, KY. I'm sorry. It's KY. Duh. Okay. So those are the states with tax lien sales coming up. Now, New Jersey, some of these are online. Indiana, some of these are online. Wyoming, there is one, I think 4 coming up in Wyoming and 1 is online. And Kentucky, I'm not sure. No, all those are live. All the ones coming up in Kentucky are live. And here's the thing about Kentucky. In order to spend more than $10,000 in Kentucky, or to invest in 3 counties or more, you need to register with the state. If you're gonna buy more than 5 liens, you must register with the state in Kentucky, and it's too late to do that. So it might be too late for you this year for Kentucky, but that doesn't mean that you can't invest in Kentucky if you live in Kentucky and you want to invest there. It just means you could probably only go to 1 county and only buy maybe 3 liens and spend less than $10,000. Okay. All right. So what else? What else do we have coming up? So those are the tax lien sales coming up. Now, tax deed sales. There are a lot of tax deed sales. Okay, hey James. James is in South Carolina. Hi Darnay. Darnay, it's good to see you here. By the way, Darnay, the coaching call that we did should be up on the website if you want to watch that. And congratulations to you guys that are already in the coaching, because coaching prices are going up. I do my coaching at a really affordable price because other people that do what I do charge $20,000 to $30,000 a year. And my coaching has been under 5,000 a year, but it is going up. It is going to double. Now it's going to be that price for 6 months of coaching, plus I'm adding value to the coaching. I was doing 2 coaching calls a month, and now I'm doing 3 coaching calls a month. So you guys that are already in the coaching, you're going to have access to the added value without without having to pay more while you're in the program. Okay. And James, I want to welcome you to the membership because you just became a member. So welcome. Okay, so those are the tax lien sales that are coming up. There are a lot of tax deed sales happening now, right? And coming up. So tax deeds, what have we got for tax deeds? My state is having their upset sales now, Pennsylvania. You have to be careful when you buy it at the upset sale, because Pennsylvania has 2 different kinds of sales. In the upset sale, you are responsible for any liens or judgments on the property. So if there's a mortgage on the property and you buy it in the upset sale, you're responsible for that mortgage. All right, what happens is if it doesn't get sold in the upset sale, a few months later in the spring, it goes into the judicial sale. And if you buy in the judicial sale, that is free and clear. What happens in between the upset sale and the judicial sale is they give notification to all the lien holders and the owners of the property, letting them know it's going into the judicial sale. So if they don't come forward and pay the taxes, they've got nothing to say about it. Okay. All right, so there are tax deed sales going on in PA, and I'm just going to refer to the article that I have in my newsletter to let you know about the other states that are coming up. I just want to make sure that I don't miss any of them because there's a lot. All the states on the West Coast that have deed sales, they have at least one sale coming up. Washington, Idaho, California. So Washington, Idaho, California, they have at least one tax sale coming up this month. Louisiana has tax sales coming up. Florida always has tax deed sales coming up all the time. And that's because in Florida, when you buy a tax lien, you don't just get to foreclose on the lien. You have to do a tax deed application, and it goes into a tax deed sale. Well, that's a continual feed for the tax liens into the tax deed sales. So they have tax sales. Some counties, some of the bigger counties in Florida will have a tax deed sale once a week. Now, you might think that's good, but it's good and it's bad. It's bad because there's not a big county sale once a year. Instead, there's these little sales all the time. So there's a lot of competition and not a lot available. All right. So also coming up is Ohio and Virginia. Some of the Virginia tax sales are online, by the way, and North Carolina is also has tax sales coming up. So those are the tax deed sales. There are a few of them. So we will be doing on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. is our next wealth building webinar. And I will be on that webinar, I will be updating the online deed sales workshop. So we will be doing an update to the online deed sales course Wednesday night. It is free to come to the wealth building webinar. If you want the replay, you have to be a member of wealth building webinars or the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator or a coaching client. They all get all the replays for free. But you can get, if you're not a member, you could be a member of wealth building webinars for only $49 a month and get all the wealth building webinar recordings. Okay. However, you could come free without becoming a member to the live call. So what I will do is I will put the link in here for the live call. Okay, and Darnay, could you ask me about the referral program? I don't currently have one for coaching, but I do for membership and for the courses that I have. So if you would ask me about that in an email to info@taxlienlady.com, we could talk about it over email. All right. So what I wanted to do is put in here a link for you guys. I think this is it. Just sign up for the wealth building webinar. It's live, free. It's taxlienlady.com, live free webinar registration. I'm going to put that in here for you because you do have to register if you want to be on the live call. Free to come to live, but you have to register now. You guys that are coaching clients and members, you're going to get the replay. But if you want to be there live, you do have to register for. Okay, so I got that in there. It for some reason I don't know if it went in. So let me do that again for you. I got an error message when I tried to put that in. So let me do it again. Taxlienlady.com, and it's /live-free-webinar-registration. See if that works. Okay, I think it worked. Okay. So you guys should be able to click on that link in the comments. And let me know if it didn't work. All right. All right, so we went over tax liens, tax deeds coming up this month. How about redeemable tax deeds? So what's coming up this month in redeemable tax deeds? Well, there's not a lot of states that have redeemable tax deeds. Texas and Georgia have already had theirs, and I'm just going to erase all this so that I have room for this here. Okay, so we've got redeemable. Tax deeds. Okay, we've got Texas and Georgia. Now, Texas and Georgia have already had their tax sales for this month. All right, it's the first Tuesday of every month. Some of the bigger counties will have it every month, all right? And Georgia has a couple of counties that have online sales, and Texas has maybe 6. All right, so there are some online sales here, but they happen the first Tuesday of the month. So they already happened for September, but they'll be October 4th. All right, so that's when you'll find those sales. Okay, the other states that have are Tennessee and Delaware. I think Delaware is DE, Delaware, right? So Tennessee has 4 counties with tax sales coming up this month. The state of Delaware only has 3 counties. And 2 of them have tax sales in September. One of them is tomorrow and one is next week. For some reason, states like Tuesdays, you know, states that do deed sales like Tuesdays. Okay. All right. So let's see where we are with, so let me know, guys, how many of you are investing in deeds and how many of you are investing in liens? So I just want you to type into the comments liens or deeds or both. So if you're investing in liens, put in liens, okay, or L, you could just put an L for lien. If you're investing in deeds, put a D for deeds. If you're investing in redeemable deeds, put an R for redeemable deeds. And if you're investing in more than one of those things, put a B for both. Okay. So we've got L for liens, D for deeds, R for redeemable deeds, and B for both if you're doing more than one. All right. Could you guys put that in the comments for me so I could see what you're doing? And by the way, James, South Carolina has redeemable deeds, but they're not this month. I believe they'll start next month. October and November is pretty much when they do theirs. Okay, so James is the redeemable deeds and deeds in South Carolina and Georgia. Those are just redeemable deeds, James. South Carolina and Georgia have only redeemable deeds. All right. However, if you want deeds, North Carolina has that going on right now. All right, Jean, probably deeds. Don't know if redeemable or not redeemable. Jean, remind me, what state are you in? And Karen, liens and deeds. Okay, Karen, are you in Florida? And Sonia says both. Okay, Sonia, what state are you in? Okay, because maybe I could fill you guys in a little bit on your state. Jean says New Jersey. Jean, if you're not close to New York or Pennsylvania, stick with liens because that's all New Jersey has. Sonia is in New York. Yeah, you could do both in New York, Sonia. Karen, what state are you in? And then, okay, she would do New York or PA. Jean would do New York or PA for deeds. Yeah, you could do that. You could do both then if you're close enough to New York and PA. Yep. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, Jean. Karen, you're in the DMV area. Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. Okay. So Delaware is redeemable deeds. Maryland, not crazy about Maryland, I will tell you right now, but you could do it. And that's liens. Virginia, yeah, Virginia is going on now. So you've got Delaware and Virginia going on now. And that's where I would concentrate. I wouldn't worry about Maryland yet because that doesn't happen until May. And it's not the best state to invest in right now. Very competitive and a very complicated bidding situation. So Delaware is straightforward with a very short redemption period. So I would definitely look at Delaware. There's a sale coming up. There's a sale tomorrow if you want to go check it out. And then there's another sale next week. So I would definitely look into Delaware. If you're thinking about coaching, now is the time to get in. And also there's stuff going on in Virginia that you could get in now. Where do I get the information for Virginia? Well, my clients and I use something called tax sale finders to find out what tax sales are coming up around the country. And that's something I provide to my members and my coaching clients. And Karen, you can send me an email at info@taxlienlady.com if you're interested in coaching. Also, anybody else that's interested in coaching before the price goes up. The price goes up September 25th. But Karen, if you're interested in those sales, you can't wait. You've got to do it now because they're going on. They're going on now. So I'm going to put here, if you haven't done this already and you want to have a conversation with me and see if the coaching is right for you, you could fill out the form at taxlienlady.com/mentoring-application. Okay, and I just put that link in here as well. All right, so James says South Carolina is in October and November, yeah. If I bid up a house to 40K, yes, there's premium bidding in South Carolina, while 4K is owed. Do I have a good chance of getting the property if the owner doesn't pay, and do they pay interest on the premium? This is a person who passed away. Yes, they pay interest on your entire bid amount. You have to be careful how much you bid up in South Carolina because you are limited. So for instance, let's say the bidding starts at $4,000 because it's $4,000 that they owe, right? So bidding will start at $4,000. It gets bid up from there. Let's say you bid it up to $40,000. Okay. So if you bid up to $40,000, it's, I believe it's 12% per year that you get, which is given 3% every quarter. All right, and there's a year redemption period. So let's say it's held for a year and you get, let's say it's held only for 10 months and then it redeems and you get 10% on your money. Well, that's $4,000 and that's the maximum they'll give you. So even if it's held for a whole year, they're still only going to give you $4,000. Not 12%, only 10%. And that's because you're capped as to how much interest you can own. You can't earn more interest than the amount of the back taxes. All right. So, are you likely to get the property for that? Not really. Not really. I brought a client to a sale in South Carolina, a very distressed area, by the way, that we went to, and he bought 3 liens, spent $15,000 on 3 liens, and he didn't get any of them. They all redeemed. Okay, so it is likely to redeem, but if it doesn't redeem, you'll get the property. However, if it does redeem, you'll only get, in interest, you'll only get the amount of back taxes. They're not going to charge the homeowner more than that in interest. So the homeowner, in order to redeem, is going to have to pay the $4,000 plus another $4,000. They have to pay the interest on your bid. You get your whole bid amount back, but the county has that, right? So the county will give that back, but the $40,000 and the extra $4,000 in interest will come directly from the owner of the property. So James, does that answer your question? And by the way, if you guys still have questions, we're going to end this training. These are only supposed to be 20-minute calls, 20-minute trainings. We're going to end this, but I have an Ask the Tax Lien Lady live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So bring your questions tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's 11 a.m. Pacific to Ask the Tax Lien Lady live right here in the Facebook, on my Facebook page. So I'll see you guys there. And thank you very much for showing up here at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, see you tomorrow, guys. And we'll be doing this again, by the way, on Wednesday and Thursday. And look for my newsletter coming out tomorrow. Bye. And yes, James, North Carolina is a very sparse auction. But again, if you have questions, bring them tomorrow at 2.